Skar King's plan to conquer the world. It's not what you think. When the trailer for Godzilla and Kong was revealed, many of us wondered who would be the villain of this universe, since we have seen other very powerful creatures. But this new villain would have to be so dangerous that Godzilla and Kong must team up to stop him. In recent previews, we have seen how Kong and Godzilla have teamed up to face this mysterious ape, Skar King. But who is this orange ape? Where does he come from? What are his abilities? But most of all, what are his real goals? Why should Godzilla and Kong team up to take him on, if he's just an ape? In this video, we'll be taking a closer look at Skar King and what his goal might be. And for more videos of the Monsterverse, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. Skar King is generally described as a titan, with a similar appearance to Kong, but with a thinner and more elongated body, something like a giant orangutan. He has pale white skin, covered with thick reddish fur, except in areas such as the face and chest. His eyes are blue, and he wears red paint on his face and body as a symbol of war. Despite its enormous size, Skar King stands out for its agility, and especially for its ability to jump long distances, just like Kong. But what is the origin of Skar King? Like Godzilla and Kong, Skar King is a titan. Titans are gigantic and ancient creatures, studied by the scientific organization Monarch. Although they were initially considered massive unidentified terrestrial organisms, once formally identified, they were classified as titans. All titans are given a designation, which serves as their common name, and a more formal classification, which begins with the term Titanus. For example, Godzilla has the designation Godzilla, and the classification Titanus Gojira. The Titans are part of the superspecies, which describe all the previously unknown creatures that Monarch has discovered. These colossal beings have existed since ancient times, and I'm talking about long before the appearance of humans on Earth. Their origin and purpose have been a mystery for centuries, but Monarch's scientific advances have allowed us to better understand their nature and their role in the global ecosystem. Each Titan possesses unique characteristics and extraordinary abilities, from the ability to expel fire or radiation to superhuman strength and resistance to any conventional weapon. Their colossal size and destructive power make them a potential threat to humanity, but also a reminder of the greatness and antiquity of our planet. Although Titans take many forms, most if not all are sustained by radiation and emit a form of radiation which has restorative effects on ecosystems. Titans are said to have thrived in the planet's ancient past, when the Earth's surface was much more radioactive. This reliance on radiation suggests that these colossal creatures have an origin deeply rooted in Earth's primitive stages, when radioactivity levels were much higher than today. Based on various theories and leaks, Skar King is identified as a pre-Kong adversary, a powerful being who faced humiliating defeat and was condemned to exile within the depths of the Hollow Earth. This mysterious and dangerous environment has served not only as a prison, but also as a place of retreat and strengthening for this enigmatic character. During his time in exile, it is suggested that Skar King has been gathering strength, feeding off the unique energy of this subterranean realm, and obviously weaving plans for revenge against his former opponent. According to this theory, Skar King is an ancient titan ape that has existed since the earliest days of the Monsterverse. He is believed to be one of the oldest and most experienced titans, having witnessed the legendary war between Godzilla and Kong since its beginning millions of years ago. In that primordial era, Skar King was just another titan ape. But he wished to be a king, and in turn, conquer the world. But then he entered into a fight against Kong in the past, a fight he lost, which caused him to be exiled to that remote place, but he kept waiting for the right moment to conquer the surface. Slowly, Skar King began to gather an army of Kongs under his command, using a mixture of brute force and intimidation. He taught them to build weapons and to fight in a coordinated manner. He transformed them into a perfect war machine. Meanwhile, Skar King sought to expand his power. This is how he managed to subdue Shimo, the ancestor of all the Titans, a being capable of unleashing cataclysmic events, such as the Ice Age. With Shimo under his control, Skar King had a weapon of mass destruction at his disposal. Now, after millions of years of accumulating power and knowledge, Skar King is ready to carry out his master plan. Defeat Godzilla and Kong, the only ones who could actually stop him. However, there is an important piece to the story of Skar King. Every king needs heirs, and Skar King could have an heir prince to his kingdom. I'm talking about Mini Kong or Suko. This character has been seen helping Kong and Godzilla, and it is possible that he is the son of the villain of the story. The truth is that Suko's presence adds an additional layer of complexity to the conflict. On one hand, Skar King seeks to consolidate his dominance over Hollow Earth and eventually conquer the surface. This would be by using his army of enslaved Kongs, as well as the power of the fearsome Shimo. But on the other hand, his own son could pose a threat to his plans. Suko, despite sharing blood ties with Skar King, seems to have forged a connection with Kong and Godzilla. This could lead him to question his father's tyrannical methods and opt for a different path, one where there is peace and protection, rather than conquest and destruction. So will Suko follow in his father's footsteps and become a ruthless tyrant? Or will he reject violence and choose to protect the world alongside Kong and Godzilla? Perhaps we might even witness Suko team up with Godzilla and Kong to defeat his father. Suko could also be the new face of the MonsterVerse. We could then have a movie focused on this character, one about how his development happened, and another about how he went from being the son of the villain of the story to one of the new heroes. Now, in one of our future videos, we will be explaining Shimo in detail, and why many fans think he is Skar King's secret weapon to conquer the world. The MonsterVerse, without a doubt, is getting more and more interesting, so we will continue to wait. Personally, I believe that Skar King is a type of emperor of a kingdom, but one that exists underground, and that he is part of a successive line of kings who have dominated the Hollow Earth for millions of years. I believe that Suko is the heir to this kingdom, and that Skar King's goal is to dominate the Earth. But first, he would have to dominate the Titans, who are alive at that time. What do you think of Skar King? What do you think his goal is? Do you think he is an ancient enemy from the past? And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on The Oasis Geek.